Welcome to the business of being healthy, where we are passionate about treating our health as good as we treat our wealth. Shelly Bryan here, and I am obsessed with sharing real-life experiences and wisdom to help save you time, heartache, and money as you continue to grow personally and professionally. Twice a week, we push aside that BS to take massive intentional action. And I promise by tuning in, you will receive the straightforward talk you've been waiting for, filled with actionable steps that will inspire you to achieve the health and wealth you desire while you are building your empire. Well, here it is. I hope you are ready for part 3 of this 5-part series, My Health to Wealth Blueprint. And this is one of my favorites. And I'm going to share some funny stories about this one personally that maybe you can relate to. But just to bring you back, I hope that you've been following along. It started with episode 72. That was the first episode. Then 74 was part 2. This is now 76, episode 76, which is part 3. So definitely recommend going back, following each one. But essentially what it is I can literally tie everything back, all my success back to when I really tied in my health as far as leveraging it to increase my wealth, increase my business outputs, increase my relationships, increase my ability to prospect, increase my energy. All of that investment, let's say, into your health is an investment into your business, into your career, into your teams, into your family. And so this health wealth blueprint that I created, it is a absolute free download. It's either on my website, I'll link it down below, or you could find it on my social media links, anywhere. But this is a tool that I have taken essentially the last almost, 11 years. What are the 5 things that really were a game changer when it came to my health that increased my ability to give back, to make more money, and to provide for my family at an entirely different level? So just to take you back. So episode 72, the part 1 was all about fueling your body. That is all about food and nutrition and the ways that you can do it. Number 2, part 2 of the series was setting physical fitness standards. I may or may not have gotten a little bit fired up in that episode because it's one that definitely, it just kind of pushes all the buttons, but it's one of my secret weapons when I need to solve a problem or create an environment for me to get creative. Imagine that. Today is all about optimizing your sleep. This is something that gets overlooked. Now, number 4 coming up next week will be to create productive habits. And then last but not least is part 5, which is minimizing your decisions. And I cannot wait for that episode. You guys are going to be like, holy cow, I never even thought about it. But let's go ahead and dive into today, which is all about optimizing your sleep. And I get it, right? There's like the sayings, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Well, if you make it there that far, I'll sleep when I'm dead, or I'll sleep when, I'll do it when. Sleep is not that important right now. Being up on, my social media or answering these client emails late, or all of this is more important than sleep. I totally get it. Because I was there too. And it's actually funny. This is one of the first stories that I want to share is Chris and I, this was back in like 2010. We would stay up. We both had like our main ways that we were making money at the time. This was I think I just had my son at the time when we started doing this. So we were already up with a baby, but we like prided ourselves on staying up all night and like working through the night. And it was almost like a competition. Who's going to stay up later? And when I say through the night, I'm talking like 2, 3 in the morning. At that time, I was still working in my pharmaceutical corporate job. So it was like when I was creating my side hustle and a family, all the things at once. I know you high achievers can relate to that, but it was like this competition. We would be like, ooh, who's staying up later? And we were working with, this is kind of VAs and working out of the country. I was developing a website at the time, and my person developing it was outside the country. And so I was working on his hours, and it was just like this crazy, crazy thing. And I just laugh because like, what the hell were we thinking? I mean, I would go weeks on like 2-3 hours a night, but it was like a sense of pride. It was a badge that like, I'm a badass. Look at how hard I work to not only have my job and have my, side hustle. What the hell was I thinking? That being said, I can also see the perspective that we're in now, where it's like, we're pulling those long nights. We are taking care of the kids. We have sports, we have dinner, we have work at the end of our day because Chris is, out in the field with a construction company. Then we have family stuff. And then we have some stuff later at night that we have to do that's necessary for the business. So it's just like different journeys that you're going to be on, where I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, send me a DM. If you have had like these things where sleep and exercise, sleep and health are like the things to go. Like, I'm out, I don't have time, I'll do it when. Now, what I can tell you after making a huge mindset shift in sleep and the importance of it is that this is truly a game changer. Now, there is a study published in the Journal of Sleep Research, and it revealed that individuals who consistently get 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep, that's a key word, quality sleep, have higher levels of attention, focus, and problem-solving abilities. You guys, as business owners, as leaders, as parents, we are literally solving problems all day. And what this says is that if you get a little bit extra sleep, you could be better at doing that. Now, let me share this staggering statistic with you if you're not bought in on that, is that there was another study published by the National Sleep Foundation in 2018. So this was like pre-COVID, right? So pre-everything through the internet, Zooms, everything. So this is 2018, found that inadequate sleep can cost the US economy over 411 billion, with a B, bravo, billion annually in lost productivity. Ouch. And I guarantee you that statistic is staggeringly higher now. The more sleep deprived you are, the less productive you are. You have difficulty concentrating and you can make errors. These errors could be not only like computer errors, it can be, software errors, it could be, missing dates. It could be an error with your team. It could be an error in forgetting something that was important with your team that then starts trickling over into culture and everything else. And if you are showing up sleep deprived, and you know what I mean when it's like that, you're literally living off an IV of caffeine. You have coffee like hooked up to you all day. You're slow to respond. You are maybe putting your head and you're resting your head, on your hand in a meeting, maybe taking those long blinks. You know what I mean, right? Where you're kind of like, you're just dozing off because you're at a meeting. All of this showing up as a leader, that's hurting your business. They are realizing like, oh, it's not that important, or it's not that important that she can't stay awake for this meeting. She can't stay awake for my presentation. Well, forget this. I'm out of here. So it's easy to see how sleep is the first thing to go, because there are other priorities that we have. And I get it. But it's also, I hope, easy for you to see now that sleep is one thing that is so easy to do that can increase your productivity. It can increase your problem-solving abilities. It can increase your focus. It can help you be more present with your family, present with your friends, present for your business, your clients, your team. So with that, I want to share some actionable steps so that you can start to incorporate some more sleep. And listen, if it's not that season for you, I get it. But save this episode, because there is going to be a time where you're ready to bring on a little bit more sleep and show up in a different way, because of what sleep can offer you. Now, if you're new to getting a little bit more sleep, and let's talk about that for a minute, a little bit more sleep does not mean the 7 to 8 hours, or if you're used to 5, try to go get 8, forget about it. You'll be sitting there in bed, you'll be pissed off, you'll be thinking about all this other stuff. It won't happen. Get a little bit more sleep. Try for 15 more minutes. And that's not in the morning, that's the night before. If you normally go to bed at 10, try for 9:45, then try for 9:30, 9:15. You get it. Is do these little bits to expand your time. The key thing here is to become consistent. So if you can go to bed consistently, make the decision. What does it look like? An extra 15 or 30 minutes? All right, what do you need to adjust in your schedule to make that happen? Stay consistent with it and it will become easier and easier, just like any other habit. And every time that you reset your time frame, set the expectation for yourself. This is going to be a little bit harder for me to go to bed at this time. It's going to be a little bit harder for me to, quiet down my brain at this time. But when you have that expectation, you kind of go into it and you can start prepping for it. Now, one way to start also prepping for sleep is to make sure your environment is a place where you want to go to sleep. It's cool, it's dark, it's quiet. You have that sleep-friendly environment you're so excited to go in. You have invested in a comfortable mattress, right? Chris and I just made a huge investment into a comfortable mattress because when we sleep, it's time to go to sleep. Pillows, bedding, all these things. And another thing that has been proven is turn off that blue light. Get off your phone, turn off the TV, grab a book, maybe journal, all of this. The more time that you can, listen, the studies will show that you want to not have any blue light 3 hours before bed. I've seen some studies that say that. Start small. 15 minutes before bed, don't sit in bed with your phone on. Don't have the TV on. Try it for 15 minutes. Let your body reset and not have that blue light shining, keeping you awake. Now, one thing that I've also incorporated just a few months ago, and I've seen a pretty significant difference, is I add magnesium to my diet. Now, I'm not a doctor. Any supplementation, I highly recommend you work with a naturopath, you work with a functional medicine doctor, maybe even your PCP. But if you know me, I don't love PCPs. Any of those, ask them first. But my experience in adding in magnesium has made an incredible difference. And my favorite is the Miracle Worker from Gut Personal. It's just been shown to get more restful and improve sleep, gets you regular. That's an added bonus. It decreases stress and anxiety throughout your day and supports muscle and period cramps. So this is just one of those things. We are not getting enough magnesium in our nutritional diet, our food that we're eating. So supplementing with a product like the Miracle Worker with Gut Personal is a great option. I've seen a big difference, and I was not a believer, but I've seen a big difference. And this is one that I have every single night. I'll put a link in the notes. And actually, if you use Shelly 10, I'll put that down there too. You get 10% off. But if you want to find your own magnesium, go for it. This is just one I love. But here's the pro tip for all you high achievers out there when it comes to going to sleep. And if you're going to sit here and be like, Shelly, I can't, I've got too much on my mind. I've got too much, I just can't go to sleep. I've given you enough reasons to go to sleep, right? As far as increasing your productivity, being present. But one thing that is a true pro tip, and I know that you guys want to do this, is take 5 minutes. Use paper, not your phone, right? Take 5 minutes and do a brain dump. So everything that's on your mind, I forgot to send that email. Oh, I have to have that conversation with the employee. Oh, I need to follow up with this client. Oh, gosh, the kids have soccer tomorrow. Oh, shoot, I need to order, tickets to the school recital. All of that is garbling up and rolling around in your brain. This checklist that you think you're smart enough to keep in your brain going to sleep, get it out. This is This is the secret. You get that out on paper. Put your phone down, not on your phone. Put it on paper, set it down, and watch how quickly you will go to sleep. It is truly one of the best moves that I have incorporated. And listen, it's worked for me, and I really feel confident that it could work for a lot of you too. And it's worth a try. So again, this is my 5-part series. This one was all about optimizing your sleep, and no more can we succumb to that. I'll sleep when. Yeah. Sleep. No big deal. I'll sleep. Sleep isn't that important. I shared the statistics with you. I know you want to do more. In order to do more, you need to support your body by getting that little extra bit of sleep. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please share it. If you know someone that is either struggling with sleep or struggling with their health while they're building their business, this Health to Wealth Blueprint series is just made for them. I get it. I'm you. I get it. So please share this out. Don't forget to download, follow along, and come back. We have 2 more episodes in this 5-part series.